don't play naive on me. There's an order here, a way things are done. There is a plan, a sense to how we farm here. The way we irrigate this water is not just for the taking.
Well, well.
When the floods come, we have to go and work for the Pharaoh to pay our taxes. It is these taxes that pay to build and maintain these canals. When you die to be ferried across the underworld, the 31st question you'll be asked is, did you steal water?
Oh, what a riot.
I swear to you, sir, my life has been nothing less than service.
Did you read about the 42
humanity.
assessors of right and truth?
No.
Huh. There are 42 like things.
All right. Something to look forward to.
So 31 is not bad, like that, and it sounds like one of the things in there. Like that was a pretty good thing, not knowing the 42 assessors of right and truth.
So go on.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn from you, share in the bounty of this magnificent land of ours. I consider it a privilege to learn from the knowledge you embody. I seek your guidance and friendship. We'll see about that. This land should have been mine, but
wow.
as it be, I'm watching you.
Well, how very nice of you.
A bent stick can be straightened and mended. An auspicious start, I'd say. Knock, knock, knock. Who could that be? Coming. Hello, my name is Gemma Rimastu, my husband, whom you and your companion met upon your arrival by the Nile. Would like to welcome you both.
He baked you a cake.
We are a small community here, but close-knit. It appears you come from the city upriver. You carry very little baggage. There are many things you will need to survive the rigor of farm life. If you don't mind if I ask, oh, not at all, what brought you to us? What did you do up north? I'm from a fine and noble family, yet I earned the Devons to buy the farm from my music and poetry. It seems I'm able to easily make up words and songs when I hear the pure voice of this heart. It's magic. And yet, its song has led me here. It's been my path and my destiny. Murat, my partner, is a businessman up in the city. I too come from a well-heeled family.
He did insurance.
Quote, up in the city. My destiny led me here also. When the riots and fires consumed the poorer quarters in the city, I left. In fear for my well-being, my parents, who were able to send me down here to live with my aunt and uncle. Upon my arrival, a handsome young family friend, Rimastu, was infatuated. We talked about everything for hours. Shortwith, he bought his best bull to gift my uncle to get his permission to be able to court me. Hard to believe that was almost 33 years ago. So, I was saying, after leaving the market, I thought I would be a perfect opportunity to check out the new people from the city. They are really nice. The girl you can easily see is from more cultivated and refined of that world. Such a lovely person. It would make me so happy to see you getting to know them. I see a lot of my young self in her. This ho-hum-ho can break these rocks, I know. Openly entreat the earth to eat its seeds I sow, row by row, kept straight in line from youth I grow. Feed my soul, to feed my soul, this ho-hum-ho. Hey you, a field must be plowed to receive and nourish seeds. This ho-hum-ho will never get the deed done. I have a plow you can use.
Yeah, but if you had 20 hoes, you wouldn't need to plow nothing. You make your snaps on the back side and front side, check and trap all day. Wait.
You ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
You only got one hoe. You a broke ass. Sorry. Broke ass pimp.
She sings, talk to the trees and the wind will listen, resounds in skies as earth replies. My seeded womb pray come to blossom, for each I'll know as each pass by.
I eat my womb unseated.
Row by germination to watch things grow in veneration, row by row by row, to feed the mouths of those who
Toiled.
toil.
It's
Each
okay, we'll take it
seed
again.
be freed. Kiss my mother, kiss our mother once for me. Son, what are you doing? A plow's not for a man to be pulling.
Trying to stick the icky.
Son, you need to get a bull to pull your plow. This is just no way to do these things. Not to get things done. You have so much to learn, to live and learn. I'm a ready and willing listener. I will learn. I'm taking you to the #1 livestock man in town. Time to get you some livery.
Livery.
Korok? Could it be here? Korok? Huh? Oh no, sir. You're mistaken. You think I'm my twin brother Korak. I'm
You got a twin brother?
I'm a croc.
You're bullshitting me.
Croc?
You're full of Korak.
Croc? Really? Yes, you see, my parents bore twin babies during those otherwise barren times, and an aunt and uncle down here with no children. It was a perfect fit for me to be raised here. In selecting a water buffalo bull, don't think the ones with the biggest balls would be the best. That
Speak
they
for
are the
yourself.
strongest, it's an illusion. Oh, they are the most ornery and the laziest ones.
You said ornery, right? Not that other word. I'm kidding. Ah. Mademoiselle Ludia.
Those are the ones, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just find one that fits.
Okay.
She goes back to Luke. She's from Duluth.
Duluth? Where's that?
No, she's not from the
I it's another
So-
Luth. That's the only thing I can think of that had another L-U-T-H in a row.
The one in the back seems to be calling me. It seems like it likes to watch and listen. This one will do me fine with the Iode. Could you have guessed Korok has a twin? Croc says the goats will provide milk and the chickens eggs. The bulls are ready for
You'll have to say ducks. There were no chickens in ancient Egypt. Yeah. It's all right. Yeah, chicken was so late it was actually introduced to Asia by Marco Polo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how late chickens are. In Egypt, no chickens.
I was thinking earlier about how many more chickens there are than humans.
All right. And how few of them I get to eat every day. I can eat a portion of a chicken almost every day. I am a fan of that fried. Being Cajun, I can't go too long without eating fried chicken. I go into withdrawal. Wait,
These
back up,
drawings
back up.
are
Slow back.
beautiful.
Stop it, Jeff. All right, wait. All right, gotcha. Right. Farm life.
Oh my good gracious, this will not do at all. Narat, at my wife's request, I have brought you these men. Piak and Dremzi to build your proper house.
What an adorable little scene that is. Narat, I brought you these 3 slaves. They shall build your house for you. Yalla, I'm seeing slaves. Oh, what the hell? Like fucking Nazi Egypt, motherfucker. Even the Jews had slaves in Egypt, and Moses has rules in the first 5 books for how you will treat your Jewish slaves. If you're a Jew, you can own Jewish slaves and other slaves, but the Jewish slaves you have to let go once every 50 years.
You know, I
The others
read
you can
that
keep forever.
The first 5 books were actually written in bondage in Babylon, not by Moses.
No. He's what Moses
Yeah, I know
adequately-
what you said, but it is believed by most Jewish scholars now that they were not written by Moses, but they were written. And
I'd like to argue against that
it's
because,
fine, go argue with them.
well,
That's
once
all I
you
read.
state it, you can't shut me up when I rebut it. You've
No,
stated
but
it,
you
and I
have
should
to
rebut.
rebut with them. I don't believe either of them.
I'm just going to put it out and cut you off.
No, I'm
I
not
know that's
saying
what's
that.
happened.
I'm
It's
saying
fine.
I have no idea who wrote it. I have nothing to say. But what I was saying is I read that Jewish scholars think
I
that
think
they
they're
were
directing
written.
attention away from Egypt. What gives Moses away as being in Egypt, eyewitness in Egypt, is that he uses a decimal system and uses Egyptian weights and measures like the cubit, whereas in Mesopotamia they counted by sixes and sixties. He shows he thinks like an Egyptian, and he was correctly names the city that they were building. He uses the Egyptian word for that city. Even when Greeks and other people occupy Egypt, they Hellenize the word, like Memphis. Memphis was called an Egyptian Het Kaptah. That's where we get Egypt from. Het Kaptah became
It used to be called
Egypt.
Kemet, like Egypt, right?
Huh?
Wasn't Egypt called Kemet before it was?
If there's Kemet, which is the black land, there's also Deshret, which is the red land.
Oh, okay.
Those two are contrasted against each other. They call themselves Tawi, the two lands, Tameri, the beloved land, or Deshret and Kemet, which is the black land and the red land. But Jews call it Goshen. So there's no like corollary between the Hebrew word for Egypt and some Egyptian word. I can't find Goshen even sounding like an Egyptian word. But when Moses describes the city that they're building for Ramesses II, he doesn't say we're building the city of like Memphis or Thebes or a Greek name or a Hebrew name. He says P Ramesses, and P-I, that short word, is actually how you say the word city in fucking Egyptian. So with the fact that he says, and they probably when they say the Jews built the pyramids, there's probably people reading there and say, oh, P Ramesses, you built the pyramids. No, you were building the brand new capital city of Ramesses II, which he really was building, and he called that city P Ramesses. Moses says we're building P Ramesses. He talks about how they make mud bricks. They have mud brick molds from Egypt, and they show the composition of mud bricks in a book that they sell in the Metropolitan. Moses talks about how they're making mud bricks, and he correctly describes the method of making mud bricks in ancient Egypt. He uses the cubit. He counts by tens. There's 10 plagues. Babylonia is never counted by tens. The fact there's 12 tribes of Egypt, that shows Babylonian stuff. But the fact there's all these tens and 40s, decimal system, that's Egypt. Cubit, that's Egypt. So I think he really was in Egypt. Couldn't have written it in the Hebrew version. Might have been written in bondage in Mesopotamia, because we don't have any Hebrew writings from before 300 BC. The language doesn't exist in writing before 300 BC. But I think Moses could have written a copy of the Old Testament in hieroglyphs, because hieroglyphs are able to express Semitic languages, as is evidenced by one spell in the Pyramid Text. Pyramid Text 255 is Phoenician language, but it's rendered in Egyptian hieroglyphs. So it shows there that, in particular, Semitic languages can be rendered by hieroglyphics. So I wouldn't be surprised the Vatican has a couple of copies of the first 5 books, at least, of the Old Testament written in straight fucking hieroglyphs. What else was Moses supposed to write in? He was raised in the Egyptian court, so he's fluent in the hieroglyphic writing of Egypt because he was culturally Egyptian. When I read it, and not having touched the Old Testament and having studied Egypt for 18 years, when I picked up the Old Testament, read those first 5 books, I was like, holy shit, this guy's culturally Egyptian. I was like, this guy was an Egyptian who wrote this.
I didn't even know Moses supposedly wrote. I didn't know that.
He only penned the first 5 books himself, and when I read it, I was like, well, you're awfully fucking familiar with Egypt, buddy. To not have been there or to have written it afterwards, awfully familiar with Egypt and life in ancient Egypt.
That's crazy.
Tis rather striking to me.
Can we hear the rest of the story?
Indeed.
Ready?
Yeah.
Quite.
Okay. Where will we get the shots for this? And then he says, my wife Gemma insists we foot the bill. She believes in due time you'll be able to reimburse us many times over. Gemma, it's going to be a beautiful house we built for them. Master, I love you so much seeing you do this for them. And what will the master expect in retrospect?
Recompense.
What was that? Ma.
Uh-oh.
Sniff, huh?
You know
What's
something
going
bad's
on?
coming.
Shh, let's watch. Sniff, sniff.
Wait, what does that say up there? She's
checking him out.
Oh, I see.
Sniff, sniff.
Then this is very
It
dirty,
just gets wild and crazy.
It's terrible, dirty
Swoop,
goat.
swoop, swoop.
It's not for kids, you see.
And then it goes on. It makes me so happy seeing how much you like your new house. You have my gratitude eternal.
Well, it's an okay new house, man.
Let's have a party to celebrate. We'll
It is
introduce
Jewish.
the best community as a welcoming. It's awesome, Gemma. How can I ever thank you? Let's have a party to celebrate. It's amazing how you organize things so fast. I can't think of words to thank you enough. Oh, town's a buzz to meet you.
Is this the Harper chick?
You remind me of my youth and strength, my friend. Your woman Izzy brings back to me the bud and blush of Jemina's youth.
She got bud?
Yes, sure enough, I understand. Your animals are overjoyed with the new home. Everyone, our hostess Izzy, before coming to us, was a celebrated musician up in the city and has agreed to sing and play her harp for us. Not for the farm, what is the city? Laced in soils, toiled pity. Ground once again remembered posterior, sown again, grown again, home again dearer. Rose, poppy, jasmine, daisy, anemone, chrysanthemum, gardens in full bloom. A cherished consort of delights as flowers for each and every one in this room. Cornflower, white and blue lotus, ponds of papyrus charm everyone. Blessing the gardener and labor's delight, return to what's given, redress the gods right. Who needs tomorrows, forever today? A prayer for the living as fears melt away. Be you all, know you all, so glad to be here. I see, thank you. To you all, thank you, as each becomes dear. Be you all, know you all, it's abundantly clear. I say thank you for this life together we all share.
Now I gotta call my neurologist back again. It's 4:30. Sorry, man.
Go ahead,
But like-
show your board.
That's way important. That's way important.
Well, let me just finish this one. You gotta go right now?
4:34. Yeah, like if I
Alright,
go
go
on
ahead.
hold or whatever, if I gotta come talk to her, convince her, like if I don't get these pills sent out by 5, it's gonna
That's
be a
fine.
really
Go
rough
ahead.
fucking
Go
couple
ahead.
of.
Can I hear the rest?
Well, we'll wait. He'll be a minute.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Sorry to have to do this, but like I cannot.